Don't forget, as always, that we love you. And Dane,
Thank you for listening.
Hey Dane, how you doing, my friend?
Good. It's I guess you could say, the most wonderful time of year. Softball season's back.
Absolutely. Strong. It is in full swing, no pun intended, man. This past couple weeks, you and I have both been busy, man. You've been
Yeah.
calling the sports side, had the recent gala. I got to hang out with our buddy Rico from the music side at Winning
Yeah.
Jam backstage. Man, just all kinds of cool stuff. You got to see Coach Hoyt will bring on a minute at the gala. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Our Chaos organization had the pleasure of having her our keynote speaker this year in our first ever Chaos Gala. And she just, I guess, to keep the softball theme going, knocked it out of the park. I mean, we had a
Love
lot
it.
of great feedback from the things that she uh, brought to the table whenever she was talking to our girls about, going and taking their softball IQ to the next level. It was an all around great evening with her.
Love it. Well, as we said, man, we always try to do like one local hero a month. And softball being our first
Yeah.
love, we wanted to track her down. She's a busy lady, man. She don't have a lot of off
Yeah.
days, so her doing this for us is a huge compliment.
Absolutely.
So, want to jump into it and value the time, but also bring on the lady of the day. Hey, Coach Hoyt, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Amazing. Thanks for making time for
Great.
this. We
Great.
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, Coach. We again love what you're doing at Cowley, doing a great
Yeah.
thing over there. Your presence, your influence is huge. No wonder people want to go and play for you. Getting the chance to
Yeah.
meet you, even others that have met you, like 6 degrees of awesomeness. So we just appreciate what you're doing. I'm gonna jump into some questions right away because I know you're a busy coach. So taking the first one, looking at what you do, softball, coaching Cowley. I know there's probably some stories in there before then. When did all this begin? Like when did you become coach, Jenny? Like when did all this start for you, if you will?
Well, after my last year of playing in North Carolina, my coach at the time had offered me to stay on and be his assistant, kind of like the GA role. So that's when I first started out getting my feet wet within the coaching side of things. When I was the only child away from my family at the time, and I was
Mm.
15 hours away. So when the job opened up at Cali, my father had reached out to me and let me know that the position was opening up, that I should probably work my way back home to be closer to family. So that's kind of how I got started in the Cali world. Is just my dad had reached out, and then the head coach at the time was still my coach at Cali. So I just reached out to him, and we had a couple conversations, and then I've been here ever since. So it's been
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
So full
Wow.
circle back from Cali to Cali. That's a song, right, Dan? So the whole spectrum of playing, top of your career, GA coming home. We're so lucky we got you back from Carolina because man, what a journey. With
Absolutely.
that journey of that, did you play all through? I mean, little league, high school, all the way up.
Yeah.
Did you play other sports? How long has your career in softball been going?
Okay, so I started playing softball when I was 7 years old. I started pitching lessons when I was seven. So
Wow.
I've been around the world, but with softball, but also too from a young age. My sister's only 17 months older than I am. So
Oh,
her and
wow.
I both, she was a catcher, I was a pitcher. So the amount of fights that you can imagine that we got into, just from the pitching and catching standpoint, but I mean, we would always be out in the backyard playing. I think that was probably one of our chores, at
Mm.
least at home, was make sure we get in some catching and pitching at the same
Nice.
time. So, but we've always been around the game. And then when we went into high school, we're both Kansas girls. We
Mm.
understand that you're athletic, you can be athletes in other sports. So, I played volleyball. I was actually super competitive in volleyball as well, but and then she played basketball. And then at the springtime, we were both softball players. But that was ultimately what our love was softball.
Love
Mm.
love it, Dan. I mean, you said could have said it better. Softball catcher and pitcher. That's like you have to have
Yeah.
two sisters for that, right, Dan? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, when you finally decided to go ahead and take that softball journey, was it maybe your sister and you driving each other to go down that path, and that which ultimately led you to enjoy softball? Or what was it about softball that made you
Hmm.
kind of stick to it?
I think just like the camaraderie that we had amongst our teammates, that
Mhm.
that always will to win. With her, I mean, we both played in the Wichita area. We were both TRYC rats, so she always played up the level, and then I always played down. But my team would always play up, so it was like oh, I gotta have, I can have a shot to beat you, and I'm the youngest. So,
That's awesome.
just always falling back into the, love of it. I mean,
Yeah.
we really enjoyed the game of softball.
I already wrote down notes. Every interview with the will to win. I'm thinking about that for a second. That influence, and it's clear to see as I take three, coach. You definitely have that drive, that will to win. Watching you play, it's infectious. Watching your team play, like no wonder people come to play for you. The
Yeah.
influence is huge. People want to come play. They want to learn from you, pick your brain. It's cool to see that now your net is being cast very, very far. Your shadow is getting
Yeah.
bigger. I'm curious. So when I look at influences, it always impresses me to know who influences
Yeah.
you as a coach, top player, top coach, winning coach. Who influences you to do what you do? Where do you get your drive from?
I think there's not just one person, but there's always been positive people in my corner. I just think that's just networking and, finding out people that can really brighten your future. I can't stress enough, Ed Hargrove was always that man that gave me that opportunity to start my journey in the coaching world. So he's always been a big influence on me. Um, Dave here as the baseball coach who's been here for, I mean, umpteen years, 30 plus years, just always the one that's like, hey, you're young, but you still got it. Like just that bright side of that on a tough loss that he can, send you a message and let you know that you still have it. My 4-year coach, I think he's still a blessing in my life of giving me that other opportunity. And he's always somebody that I still talk to this day of, hey, how's life working for you in North Carolina, South Carolina on the softball side? Are you still seeing the things that I see? So just those people, but ultimately family wise, I think my father and my grandma definitely had that role model of, buckle up your shoes, go after it. You
Yeah.
got to have the biggest backbone out of everybody that's out there. So just continue to push. So
Oh, get it done. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
people in my corner for sure.
Did grandpa play or grandma? Did they play sports too?
Uh, Actually, my dad played a little bit of football and baseball at Cowley. My
Okay.
mom played softball at Cowley. But yeah, I mean, it's always been in our blood, that's for sure, of just playing the game of softball or baseball, one of the two.
Got you. So it was destined to play softball and come back to Cali, right, Dane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, before I go to 4, with a lot of your athletes, had the pleasure of meeting your whole team when you guys did a camp with us, which we're very grateful for. A lot of those players that play multiple sports in high school, is that something you look for as those multi-sport athletes to kind of get a more well-rounded athlete coming to your college when you go
Oh,
out to recruit?
Oh, absolutely. Usually you find that a lot in your Kansas and then your small Oklahoma
Hmm.
school girls that play a lot of different sports. But I do think that's a huge asset to them of just coming in and being athletic and being versatile throughout the softball field because they've been challenged in other sports to make them a little bit quicker, make them a little bit more agile, everything like that. So I definitely think it is an advantage.
All right. Well, now that you're in the uh, throes of your season, you've got a winning record. You're moving forward. Tuesday, I believe you said that is your next set of games. What are you guys looking forward to as far as a team? What are some of the goals you're hoping to reach by season's end going into your ending of the season tournaments?
At the very front of the year, we always talk about like our standards and our expectations of what the season looks like and kind of some goals that this team foresees. And we want to play in the end of May. The end of May is the national tournament, and that's where we want to finish up our season at. Yes, all of these games matter now, but ultimately our vision is the end of May playing at the national tournament. So that's our vision going forward is just making sure that we're setting ourselves up for where we want to finish our season at.
I definitely see it not being a challenge for you guys. I can't wait to see it, watch it. Make sure you send us a link so we can share it and stream it. I know you guys stream
Yeah.
your games. By the way, we're always open if you want us to call some games, coach. Just tell us
Yeah,
when and we'll
absolutely.
call for you. We're ready to go. Just throw that out there, kind of no pressure or nothing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, but we look forward to seeing you play. We know it's going to be a
Yeah.
late May. As Instinct says, it's going to be May. So you're going to be playing. Sorry, that was just a joke. So there's a segment, coach, I promise you, in all the interviews, all the media, all the press you've done, I bet you've never heard a segment quite like this. We're going to make you laugh. We're also going to make it a little weird, okay? We're going to get
Okay.
weird. We're gonna do something that's called rapid fire. Now we always keep it clean, but for a moment, imagine time doesn't exist, reality goes away. You can go back in time, you can go in the future, you can be a cartoon. Nothing's off the table. This is really kind of designed to pick your brain about your personality. Me and
Okay.
Dane have 5 questions that we bet on what we think you're gonna say. No wrong answer. We're betting on what we think you're gonna say. Okay, so
Okay.
no pressure, but the winner gets lunch provided by the loser. So just saying, kind of go my way a little bit. There's a little kickback involved. Okay,
Okay.
so first one. So in this again, no wrong answer. You don't have to answer rapidly, but just go with what you think. And this first question of rapid fire, you're called up to do like a kind of I guess you'd say a celebrity fundraiser activity, fundraiser laser tag, and you get to bring to life the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Family Guy to be your teammates in this celebrity laser tag fundraiser. Are you going with TMNT or Family Guy? Who's going to be your teammates in this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Go, let's go. Starting off right. Thank you, Dane. Would you have?
No, I had Family Guy. I think
let's go.
it'd be a little bit more gung-ho about it, but I didn't think of the aspect of the
Let's go.
Ninja Turtles being more agile.
The greatest generation of cartoons of all time. Let's go. Got you. Thank you. No pressure. Question 2. They call you as you are Coach Hoyt 2025. You're transplanted back into like 1900, and somehow you're like with all these scientists, all these inventors, all these creative, like brilliant minds, right? And they want you to develop a product. You can be responsible for developing one of these 2 products, okay? You can say, this is Coach Hoyt that made this. You can be responsible for inventing the candy bar, or you can be responsible for inventing French fries. Candy bar, French fries, which way you going?
Oh, God. I'm going French fries.
Yes, 2 for 2. Let's go. 2 for 2. Dave, what'd you have on that one?
Oh yeah, I had French fries.
Let's go. Okay, good. Let's go. So Dan, I got you by 1. Let's see if you can bounce back. Dan, feeling pretty good today. So Coach Hoyt gets a shoe deal coming up. They're like, if you're UNC days, they got the special UNC shoe, and also now the Cowley Tiger are going to be a cool print. Both of these companies come up to you and say, hey, we'd like to sponsor you and your team, kind of have your own line, your own NIL type thing. The 2 companies are Hey Dudes and Crocs. Are you going Hey Dudes or Croc for the Coach Hoyt special?
Crocs, for sure. Crocs.
Oh, go. Crushing it, Dane. What'd you have on that, man?
Oh yeah, Crocs, because you put the little. I'm starting to notice more people putting the little decals and flair on them. So yeah, you can definitely go that way.
Absolutely love it. So I got you by 1, Dane. I don't know if you're going to come back, dude. There's 2 more. Okay. So check this out, Coach Hoyt. We are always preaching this. We believe in the power of female leadership, kind of female presence. And we love it that we're seeing so many more ladies in action movies. We think it's so cool, whether it's like the Resident Evil series or the Tomb Raider, and it's just on and on. So they approach you, Coach Hoyt. They want you to be the star in an upcoming movie, an action movie. You can be the star in the next Jurassic Park, or you can be the next star, because we're going a girl route, in the next John Wick movie. You can be the next girl John Wick, or you can be in Jurassic Park. Which way you going?
John Wick.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm so crushing it. Dane, what'd you have on that?
Yeah, John Wick. Who doesn't want to be alongside Keanu?
It's in June. It comes out, by the way. It's Ballerina. So if you end up in that movie, please make sure you let them know that I made the Admiral. So it comes out in June. I can't wait. So Ballerina 2.
Yeah, we'll look forward to be one of your victims.
Yeah, let's go.
There you go.
So Dane, this is your chance to get a little face back. You won't win because I got you. Last one, okay? Along with the gala and different things, fundraisers are a big thing. So they call you up. Your Cowley says, we want you to do a fundraiser, raising money for the team and all that. And you have to do stand-up comedy along with Adam Sandler, different people. You have to do a stand-up comedy routine, okay? Your subject, they give you 1 subject you can talk about, and you got to make the crowd laugh. You can choose to make your routine about the strike zone or about foul balls. Those are your 2 topics to make somebody laugh. Strike zone, foul balls. Which way you going?
Strike zone, for sure.
Dang it, I got one wrong. Actually, wrong. Dan, what'd you have on that one, man?
Oh yeah, strike zone. It's there's so much material. It's either a postage stamp or it's
oh my gosh, man. Okay.
or it's dugout to dugout. One of those 2.
I'm just like, I guess my mind was racing. It's like, the foul stuff, like, oh, you checking, I'm gonna foul move. And that's where my mind was going. So no worries. Well, Coach, Dane, thank you. I'll take my ramens delivered, please. Appreciate that. So, Coach, that's a little segment called Rapid Fire. Hopefully an interview's past a little something different than what you've had before. Okay. So appreciate it. Go ahead, Dane.
On this last segment, Coach, we call it a open mic. We open up the floor to our guests to maybe talk to some of those next generation players, whether it be in softball or music or, anything they aspire to be great at. Is there maybe some words of wisdom or maybe a mantra or philosophy that you've carried through your life so far that maybe you can pass on to that next generation to help them be the best they can be?
Oh, absolutely. I think that so many of our kids or this generation forgets about what work really truly means. Your goal should always to be to outwork your opponent, outwork somebody, and make that coach want to play you. So working hard doesn't just mean you're going to practice and just doing the bare minimum. You're going to succeed outside of actually practice, stuff that you would want it that you can do on your own, working hard that way. But I think that each one of these athletes growing up needs to understand that you develop that work ethic yourself, and you need to figure out what you believe in and what you're going to succeed at, and really extremely buying into the work aspect of that,
Wow.
what it entitles.
So would it be fair to say, Coach, and I know you coaching the elite level, I mean, talent's great, but what, maybe 20% talent, 80% hard work? What's your equation on that,
Absolutely. I would say something similar to that. That's what we preach to our kids is, yes, you come to practice, everybody's going to get those reps. Everybody's going to get four ground balls or 10 front toss balls. But what are you going to do outside to really improve yourself to make this team good? I mean, are you going to come in for 30 more extra minutes to get 50 extra balls, or whatever it's going to take? What are you going to do to make yourself better, to make this team better? That's how
I love that.
that's what we preach here.
And that kind of philosophy, we were honored, like I say, to have a camp with you and your staff and your team. And the energy you guys bring to those practices it's very contagious. A lot of our coaches and players have taken that energy that you showed them, and they've carried it to their practices. And a lot of them, like you say, they carry it beyond. So the philosophy you give to your team, it goes well beyond your team. And that also is the reason why we wanted to bring you on, to amplify that as best we could.
Yeah.
Yes. Coach, like I said, we're grateful. The hard work, the message, the way you continue. We always say it's like you just have this business elite. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Will to win. When you said the will to win, I think that kind of describes you to a T. It's like you're not going to quit, and there's no quit in you. A lot of the kids say they got that dog in you, right? You got that fight. Like, quit. And I think it's cool to see hey, what's next? What's next? You're always hungry, always chasing, right? So remember we said we can't wait to see you play in May. We believe it's going to happen. We can't wait to see your continued success, your career keep evolving. The next chapter for Coach Hoyt just keeps getting better and better. So, Coach, it's been a dream of ours to get you on. Thanks for being patient for
Thank
this.
you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Coach, we're very grateful. Please make sure that with this one, the first of many, obviously our organizations have kind of built some friendships now. So let's do it again. We'll be cheering you on,
absolutely.
and let us know when we need to call that game for you. Okay. So,
yes, absolutely. Thank you
thank you,
guys so much. I really appreciate your
Thank you,
time and
Coach.
energy.
Of course. Much love,
Thank
Coach.
you,
Thank
Coach.
you so much. Have a great day. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
But Dan, I'm telling you, man, she's got that will to win, right? And that describe her to a T,
Yeah. Professionalism all around, from the time you meet her to, to what we're doing here today, or the interview. It obviously translates through the screen, obviously, that she's got that balance of business but keeps it fun and informative. So that's what you want in a coach, and that's why her team thrives.
I would love to have seen because she seems so nice, but when you get her on she is nice, but she's got that drive, that it's that just way of going about getting the players to respond. She played at a high level. Playing at UNC is no joke, man. That's really cool. And then coming back to Cowley to help lead the next generation. As we always say, no wonder the next generation of athletes is in good hands. You got someone like Coach Hoyt leading the way, So,
absolutely,
man, that was fun. Hopefully, we'll do some more camps with her. I'm sure as she's expanded into the organization out to chaos. It'll be fun to see those again. I'm sure she'll be a returning guest at the gala as well, because she has a lot of good things to say. If you guys didn't get the chance to check out her speech again, sorry you missed it. This will be kind of like little breadcrumbs of how awesome it is here. So, Coach Hoyt, thank you again for what you did. We love you.
And absolutely. And go search them out. They live stream their games, and you'll see the energy that her team brings.
Yeah. it's definitely what you want your girls. If you want someone to like kind of model and role model after,
Yeah.
go watch Cowley. Go watch them play. If you get it, it's not that far to drive anywhere from Wichita to go watch them play. Do yourself a favor and go
Yeah,
watch them play.
absolutely.
And thank you for it. So that's a wrap, as you say. We got a great month of interviews coming up. Thanks
Yeah.
again for bearing with us as we transition through games and different things we do. So this week we got a lot of big stuff coming. We'll save it. Won't even spoil it. But as always, don't forget that we love you. And Dane.
Thank you for listening.